Oh, what a voyage. Quiet now, quiet, my pet. Once again, from a secret, undisclosed location, hidden somewhere deep within the bowels of historic downtown St. John's, Newfoundland, comes In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, me, Wallace Ryan. As they call me, the Godfather of Newfoundland comics. Anyway, 2 shows in a couple of days, not bad. Well, of course, we got our books just a day late this week. Sometimes, like I say, with the weather and the like here, as you know, as I've said many times, we get our books a little bit late. So, but better late than never. So I've got a nice stack of books here. But before I do that, I got some big news. Big, super big news. Big news for you, big news for me. And what it is da 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 da. Oh, here we go. Nobody is in control. And this is, as you can see there in the fine print there, this is a comic that it's written by Patrick Kindlon. It's drawn by my very, very good buddy Paul Tucker, my creative partner in crime, and it's hand lettered by me. And sound effects, of course, too. Oh, and 2 pages of inks. So this is a photocopy of the ad from the upcoming previews. So yeah, it's coming out late February, last week of February. Issue number 1 will be out then. It's a 4-issue limited series, so make sure you run out there and get your copy. And it's from the fine folks at Black Mask Studios, one of the more avant-garde comic book companies out there today. So yeah, woohoo, not bad, eh? So yeah, support your local letterer, me. Anyway, that's done with. Now let's get down to I was gonna get down to our work here, but where's my razor blade? Hang on a second. Well, one moment. So yeah, very excited about that. It was great fun, by the way, lettering with Paul. Paul actually lives in the same city here in St. John's with me, and so sometimes he'd come over here for a session of drawing and whatever, and then many a nights when I'd be here lettering by myself, I'd finish off a page and I'd call him up, and then out on the street he'd pull up next to my house, all very mysterious like. I'd sneak out from the house, he'd roll down his window, and I'd pass him the artwork, and we'd maybe have a few words, and then he'd pull off and I'd run back into the house. All very mysterious, but like I say, a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, Paul. It was a great laugh. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. Yum. Let's give that the old spinaroo there. And so, let's get down to work. Okay, what do we start with first? Oh, well, from Boom comes Grass Kings. Check this out. This is from Matt Kindt. I have the first couple of volumes, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But I will get to it. I'm a big Matt Kindt fan anyway, so anything that Matt does, I usually just buy on that spec alone. Just the fact that Matt's name is on it. I'm a big fan of Mind Management and Department H. So yeah, check it out. It looks pretty cool. But like I say, I love all of his books, and I have loved all of his books so far. So like I say, taking a chance there, but in a lot of ways it ain't taking a chance. It's Matt. Okay, now what else do we have here? Oh, let's have a look at this now. And another one too. This one from Image. This is Warren Ellis Injection. Dun 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 dun. So, of course, I'm a Warren Ellis fan too. So, I mean, anything that he puts out there, I'll give it a shot. A lot of times, like I say, there's certain artists and all that out there that if they're doing it, I buy it just on their name alone. Matt Kindt is one. This guy's another one. Same also too. There, like I say, there are a lot of great artists out there. Same too in terms of older stuff too. If there's anything Kirby or Ditko or anything like that, I'll get it right away. So anyway, this is Injection, and this is another one I haven't read. I don't know much about, but like I say, I figured I'd give it a shot on Warren's name alone. So let's have a quick look. So here's what the artwork looks like. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. But yeah, no, it looks okay. And like I say, I've never been disappointed by Mr. Ellis yet. So I'm hoping that this continues the tradition of not being disappointed. Okay. Let's, I think I'm going to leave that one close towards the last. Oh, next up, and this is highly interesting. This is Volume 2 of Legends of the Dark Knight, the Norman Breyfogle series of books, or at least his stuff. Legends of the Dark Knight, Norman Breyfogle, Volume 2, the late Norman Breyfogle, who passed away this year. And the interesting thing about this is that this, and you can see them right there, this is the design. They've actually returned to the old design. They had actually switched them to these, which I really didn't like. To me, if you're going to put out a set of books, stick to the design, at least till they're done. And if you want to mess around and change them, then do it then. Oh, hang on a second. One major. Sometimes my light isn't as perfect as I like it. So, but yeah, if you're going to design stuff, leave them looking the same. Like I say, this they've returned to the old-fashioned way it was, and I'm kind of glad. Although then again, we're stuck now with 3 little orphan books there. But Breyfogle, I'm not I don't know how to say this. I'm not a huge fan of Breyfogle. Some of his drawings I like. Some, not a huge. He's not one of my favorite Batman artists, but he's done a lot of. He's influential for a lot of people, and there is some of his drawings that I've liked. So, and I had Volume 1, so of course I got to get Volume 2. I'm just that kind of guy this week. So yeah, Norman Breyfogle, Legends of the Dark Knight. Check it out, folks. Okay. Wow, we're really zipping through them here this week. That's okay. Last few I gotta drone on and on about myself. Oh, hang on a sec. Another spin of the old magical spinner rack. I love that sound. Yum, yum, yum. Tea. Speaking of sound, of course, you might hear some traffic sounds, because a lot of times when I'm shooting these videos, it's actually Thursday nights, and it's usually late. Our time is usually around 10:30 or 11 o'clock my time that I'm recording them. So for the most part, you won't hear any traffic sounds. But of course, this is now, it's 5:42 Newfoundland Standard Time out here on the East Coast. So of course, it's not as bad now. Actually, the traffic has kind of slowed the past little while. But like I say, sometimes you may hear some sounds or whatever, and that's just the price of living in a city, I guess. And okay, what do we have here? Okay, This is the remastered edition collecting issues 1 to 5 of Jason Aaron and Ron Garney's acclaimed book, Men of Wrath. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I'm a huge Jason Aaron fan. Ron Garney, I mean, he's serviceable enough in terms of an artist. You know, there's something very simple I like about his style. But anyway, anything usually by Jason Aaron, I will run out and buy, because I think he's one of the bright new lights in terms of the current crop of writers. And yeah, run out and grab yourself this one. This one is from who? Image. So check it out. I'll give you a close-up look here. I don't know, there's just something about Aaron stuff I love. I loved his Scout, one of my favorites actually. But yeah, and he did an amazing job at Thor. But like I say, every time I've come across him and read him, I seem to have liked what he's doing. So when I seen this, it was just like, well, I'm gonna. This is once again is another one that I buy just on spec, on the name alone. So like, if these guys are good, then I gotta get it. And if everyone talks about him so much, he gotta be good. Well, I mean, I'm the one talking about him so much. So, and he is good. Anyway, we're closing in on the final few here now. Delish. Now here we have the winner of the 2016 Eisner Award for Best Single Issue, The Silver Surfer. This is the series from Dan Slott and the Allreds, Michael and Laura. I haven't read any of these yet, but everyone I know who's read this raves about it and claims that it's probably one of the best Silver Surfer series of all time. And of course, being a huge Silver Surfer fan from the moment he jumped forth from the brain of Jack Kirby, there was something always about the Silver Surfer that I liked. It was just such a cool character. Now, you know, I'll admit I didn't mind the way that the first Silver Surfer series, the Buscema and Lee one, that one wasn't too bad. But apparently, from what everyone says, this is the cat's pajamas. So let's take off. Ooh, look at this. Oh, nice. I like it actually when it's a sort of cool wraparound cover done for it. Now this is definitely a book. This is definitely one of the books. Some books I put to the side and wait for later to read. If I buy a book actually and it's of a comic, it's a collection of a comic that I've actually already read, I will generally just put it on the shelf. Now I will look through it and paw through it and maybe snuggle with it if I love it enough. But I'm not going to buy it an engagement ring. So anything that, like I say, that I've read goes on the shelf. Anything that I haven't, it goes onto the reading stack, which is over there, and it's about this high now from the floor up. And actually there's two. So actually my reading stack is about this high now. And this one is going to go on, because of course I'm a huge Allred fan too. And let's just have a look here. Of course I don't want to look too much, because I don't want to inadvertently give myself any spoilers. Love the look of it. And like I say, there's always something about Allred's artwork that I've always loved. So I can't wait to get my grimy little mitts on this thing, you know. Have a read and see what the Allreds and Dan have wrought. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I love it. I like this. I really like the cover too. Very, very cool. So, folks, great job. And keep up the good work there, Marvel. Or at least Dan and the Allreds. But, yeah, pretty cool. Definitely into the reading stack. Now, I left this one for last, and of course the expression of last but surely not least comes to mind at this. This to me has to be one of the, of all the books that came out in the 80s, this one, let's see now, there we go. 1990s, was it 90s? Or, okay, this was the 90s then. Of all the, of a lot of the books that came out in the 80s and 90s, one of my favorite, and in my mind, one of the most vastly underrated comic book collections or comic book series of all time. And when I seen they were coming out with this, I absolutely went insane within the brain with happiness, and it is Rick Veitch's Brat Pack. I don't know how many of you have actually read this. I got a kiss. I don't know how many of you. Oh, I got to hug it too. I don't know how many of you have actually read this book, but this series, but it is bloody amazing. It's. And I'm not going to tell you too much about it. It's, as it says here, this controversial classic deconstructs the implausible comic book mainstay that is the kid's sidekick. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because you got to read this for yourself. It just takes the whole sidekick thing and it gives it a kick in the side, I'll say. Absolutely. Now, this is not one that will actually go back on the shelves. I will actually reread this. So, certain classics like this, I will actually reread just to get the flavor again of it. But this one, like I said, I can't recommend this one enough. It goes places that sometimes comics shouldn't go, but that's good comics. When it's going places that you're not sure it's going and doing things that it shouldn't be doing, that's good comics. So Rick, great job. I'm so glad that IDW has gotten it together and put this beautiful collection out for us here in the comic book world. So I'll show it to you. It's in black and white and gray. So it's which is another favorite of mine. I actually like myself to do drawings in black and white and gray tones. It's kind of cool. So if you can get out there and get your mitts on this this baby, I say you should do it. It's just so bloody cool. Just looking at the back parts here of the with some of the extras, but have a close-out look. I don't want to give away too much, so I'm just going to show you some of the front part. But it's really worth it. It's unlike any superhero comic, especially at the time. It was very revolutionary. To me, this I place Brat Pack actually right up there with The Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen. To be quite honest, I think this is one of the most vastly underrated series the past 30 years, and also one of the most important. And here's the covers. The covers are absolutely disturbing, and yet so cool. Or at least that was. Here we go. So, so yeah, run out and pick yourself up. Oh, and here's some extras and cool stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. So run out, pick up Brat Pack, and give it a read. See what you think. Don't blame me if it upsets you, but because sometimes some people can be upset by it. But it is just so cool. I could go on for 10 minutes talking about this book alone. But I'm just going to say to you folks, just run out and read it, and then get back to me and let me know what you thought of Brat Pack. It is just so cool. Well, I guess that's it for this week. Come on, YouTube, BoomTube. Another week with comics is another week well spent on this earth. So, in the meantime, everyone have a great weekend and keep on reading. And of course, run out there and order up an issue of my comic, of me and my friend's comic, Nobody is in Control from Black Mask. And in the meantime, have a great weekend and keep on reading. Okay, bye! Oh, gotta put on my glasses because Without that, I ain't gonna see my way properly through this boom tube. It's very colorful, so it's very distracting. Okay. Oh. See you folks next week. Love you. Bye.